This is a kind, honest reminder about the fact and the process. If you feel stuck in your life as a sensitive, highly sensitive person, empath, highly sensitive person, the God's chosen one, the Starseed, because you have always felt like you are the outsider, the oddball, the odd one out, and people have been bullying you and attacking you for your entire life. But you want out of that toxic cycle, out of those toxic energies. You want to be the high vibrational being who you are, to shine your light, to fulfill your life mission, your life purpose. Do what you need to do. Do what your heart and soul call you to do. Be the empathetic, kind person who you really are, because you are that. So if you want your life to change, you have to start changing your thinking and your energy. Everything always begins within us first. We have to change our beliefs and take care of ourselves and do what we need to do. Be truthful and honest with ourselves so that we can actually attract better experiences, healthier people into our lives, that we are actually respecting and loving ourselves and respecting ourselves the way we are, and we're not trying to be something else. But at the same time, we're basically shifting and switching and altering all that past baggage and pain and trauma and all of that negative energy that does not belong to us into pure positive love and light and healing. Because with that negative energy, you cannot attract or create anything that really authentically belongs to you. In the worst case, you will just be attracting more negative people, toxic, draining people, exhaustion and burnout, and, more of that negative that you don't want. So that is why we have to pay attention to the energies, to our thoughts, to, start shifting. That is what I started to do for myself when I was so deeply depressed and alone, and I had nobody to talk to, nobody to hear me out, nobody to understand me authentically and empathetically like I needed. I desperately needed for that. I had this huge longing to have at least one person who would have understood me, but I didn't have anyone. And so, yes, it is very sad, but this is what I realized. Because you cannot create anything new and positive and better and healthy with that same old energy, because you have been so attacked and bullied and disrespected and put down and, abused by narcissistic people. So you have to be the one who realizes that you don't accept that anymore, that you start to change the energies, the patterns, the toxic cycle. You start to become that cycle breaker who you are supposed to be, and you're not anymore that person who is just stuck and feels alone and depressed and sad all the time and all those things. Of course, buy my book on Amazon if you feel that you need more help and support right away. I'm sure that my book can help you. And start with something small. We always need to take small steps, especially if we are feeling anxious and very stuck and in hurting, in pain and alone. We have to take some small action steps, because the nervous system again can be on high alert. And so that is why, for example, take a deep breath, or maybe just do some grounding work, however it feels right for you. We all need to find our own ways of how to cope and how to take care of ourselves. Of course, I'm sharing tips in my book, for example, and in my free self-care checklist. And cultivate the energy of peace, healing, relaxation, This can feel, of course, it can feel uncomfortable if you are so used to being attacked and abused. It can feel very awful in the beginning when you first start to teach yourself to, you know, how to be calm and how to relax and all those things without being so alert, without being so scared all the time. So if this is your issue, then of course you need to give your body and your mind and your soul even more healing, even more of that, what you need. But you have to pay attention to what your body is telling you, because again, your body is wise. It will tell you what it needs if you just listen. But ultimately, it's what you need is peace and relaxation, and, you know, to feel safe, to calm your nervous system, to regulate your nervous system, to calm down your brain, your amygdala, your entire brain and your entire body, your soul, you know, the spirit that you are, your higher self, they are all needing healing and peace and relaxation, restoration. You cannot restore if you don't cultivate the groundwork first. So maybe you need something, if this resonates right now, maybe you need to do something. Usually as highly sensitive people, we need every day. But the fact that if you keep on repeating to yourself, I'm anxious, I'm anxious, I'm anxious, I'm so lonely, I'm so lonely, I'm so lonely, I'm depressed, 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 I'm feeling in panic, in panic, in panic, the more those negative energies will be in your life, in your energy field, in your being. So you're not giving yourself a break if you let this thought pattern go on in your mind, that you feel that you cannot be free from it. Because again, everything begins with our energy, with our thoughts, our brain, our beliefs, our actions, our habits, our choices. So something has to change if this is who you are being. So you have to start creating that change. And one thing that is a very powerful tool, at least for me, that when I really taught myself finally after all my suffering, when I had to survive and recover from everything by myself, that I cannot carry other people's issues anymore. I simply cannot do that, and it was never acceptable. So the truth about that boundary, the truth about that fact that you do not deserve that, we cannot deserve that. We cannot carry those things. We cannot be responsible for other people. They are responsible for themselves. So that truth alone is very freeing, very liberating. Do you need more help? Does this resonate what I'm talking about here? Then apply to work with me one-on-one. And in my sessions, I can hear you out. We can talk about your situation, and you can know that you are understood and heard authentically. I don't abandon my clients. I'm offering the full safe space to them. And because I have so much knowledge and all of that, because I have had to work for many, many years. So I know that I can help you if you are one of my soul people. So don't hesitate to get in touch and apply to work with me one-on-one, so that I can start to create your own unique tailored plan to help your life.